Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Watkins Glen International Raceway for the 18th race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 3 action. We've got 18 laps on tap for you here today in the 4th straight road course event. We're out of New England, we're into New York. It's the final 2 races of the East Coast swing. It's taken us 19 tracks across so many states, from up to Alabama, or all the way down to Alabama, all the way up here to Massachusetts, Vermont, and New York. We're almost done with the East Coast swing, and we're getting ready to start that international tour. So without further ado, winning the coin toss was Audra Baranauskas. She just edged out Edwin Mendez for that Heat 2 victory. It would have been Mendez's first Heat win. Instead, Baranauskas goes back-to-back, a theme quite consistent for the Heat 2 drivers. This is the 5th time this season from Heat 2 that a driver has gone back-to-back. Oskin did it, Nashville to Memphis. Gardner, Bristol to Martinsville. Young did it, Pocono to Dover. Lightning did it, Coca-Cola to Papyrus. And now Baranauskas has done it, Burlington to Watkins Glen. So quite crazy to see this. The longest streak of different winners in Heat 2 has been 4 races to start the season. Since then, there was a 2-race stretch at Richmond and Nazareth where we didn't have a back-to-back winner. So Heat 2 is the place to be if you want to go back-to-back. But Baranauskas gets her first coin flip victory of the season versus Sky Commons, who got his first Heat win in Heat 1. So we're going to go through the rest of the lineup quickly because I've dawdled on too long. Matthew Logan, Nico Tringali, row 2. Row 3, Bobo Jones and Cole Deaver. Row 4, Jonathan Zorlin and Hunter Braxton. And in row 5, Andrew Rich and Ryan Brommer. And now we'll go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engine!
Not sure what I was trying to do there. So let's go through those point standings really quickly. Dylan Young took the points lead back after his win last week. He's got a 1-point advantage over Andrew Rich. Matthew Logan, 9 points back in third. And tied for fourth, 58 back, is Eli Bright and Hunter Braxton. Baranauskas 6th, Lightning 7th, Nareza 8th, Zorlin 9th, and Brommer 10th. Commons, Bishop, Seth Cole, Oskin, Tringali, Ellison, Gardner, Nanako, Fitzwater, and Jones. That's your top 20 right now. Cavagnaro first man out. Forgot to mention Johnson made this race. He's 32nd in the standings as he'll try to continue closing the gap. As we are green here at Watkins Glen, Logan and Tringali all over the bumper of the front row. As they'll come up the S's, this will be a great still shot to show you what 40 cars coming up through here looks like. Baranauskas with the lead. Everyone driving by Sky Commons already down to 4th place. And Jackson King did not take the green flag. Something wrong with the 99. So a tough break for Jackson King. So Commons started 2nd. He's already fallen down to 4th. Baranauskas lost Burlington right at the end to Dylan Young, who they both took 2, but Young's car apparently so much better than Baranauskas on the tire wear. But this week, Baranauskas won't have to worry about her teammate. Dylan Young started in 29th, and unless he's got a car with jet engines, there's no way he'll make it through the whole field. Wow, Braxton got loose there off the final corner. But leading lap 1 will be the 21 of Baranauskas, and Jackson King does start the race. There he is. He's just coming out of pit road right next to these leaders. That's going to throw a wrench into things as Logan almost nails the 99 going into turn 2. So a lap car all ready for the leaders with 1 lap pressure tires at that. We'll see how much of a problem it causes. But Baranauskas still in the lead. Dylan Young started 29th. He's up to 28th. let's go back to the 2 machine. Baranauskas' teammate. You can see he is having some fun back here, battling side by side with Jesse Turner. Didn't even really get to mention it. Where did Marty Johnson start? Somewhere just in front of here. Johnson's trying to close the gap on Turner. And right now at the line last time by, just a 3-point difference. Turner's been 30th in the point standings for the longest time. Johnson just trying to gain all he can. Quinton Moore making a move on the 23 into turn 1. You stay in line, and it's really hard to make moves if you stay in line. Seth Cole not doing so well today. He's back here, barely inside the top 30. Young will pass Jesse Turner for position. That was for 27th, and Seth Cole will go right on by for 28th. So we look at the point standings. Turner is 19 points behind Benny Watson. Nobody in the top 30 missed the race today. So quite an interesting day. In fact, everyone from 42nd down to 48th missed this race, including Cage in 40th. Other than that, everyone made this event. So Baker with a chance to climb out of 41st if he gets a good enough finish. But Baranauskas in the lead, hanging strong. Still Young will try to pass Fitzwater. This is for 26th, and Young will take the position away. So Young on the move. It's just so tough to pass at a track like this. High speeds. And not a lot of corners to make moves. Race tends to go by quickly. Up ahead, we've got a side-by-side battle back here. This is Gardner and Bright. This is for 13th, I believe. Gardner has passed Sekuli, and Gardner is on the move. This Gardner has 13th at the start-finish line. Cavagnaro right behind, trying to make gains as well. He's now up to 15th. How about Bobo Jones in the top 5? There's Deaver in front of Jackson King. Rich back there in 8th, stuck behind the 99. So Deaver doing a great job here today and running in 7th. Deaver sits 29th in the standings, or no, 27th in the standings, my bad. Deaver's only got one top 10 through 17 races, and compared to his teammate Ellison, who has 1 win, 1 top 5, and 4 top 10s, Deaver has been underperforming in the eyes of his team as we are currently looking at Jonathan Zorlin. So Jones in 5th, Commons holding on to 4th, but the top 3 are still bumper to bumper. Baranauskas, Logan, Tringali, that's the top 3. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. Back at Watkins Glen as the drivers go up the S's. Not much changing up here in the top 3. Tringali, though, starting to lose ground on the top 2. Dale Lightning has made it into the top 10, and Zorlin has passed Bobo Jones for 5th. Other than that, not much changing as you look through the order. Hudson doing pretty good. He's running in the top 20 right now. Mendez 19th, who almost got that heat win. Man, he could have been all the way up here. And Dylan Young has made it up to 25th. Johnson has fallen to 27th, and now Turner down to 29th. So it looks like we could have a battle for position soon. Zorland's all over the bumper of Commons for 4th. Now it's unknown when pit stops will occur. From what we saw in the heat races, no one had to pit in 5 laps, so I'm assuming we're going to see something similar to Burlington, where with around 6 to 5 to go, pit stops will commence. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone takes tires at all. Right now for Commons, he's about a second off pace of his best lap time. If you go up to Tringali and the leaders, they're only about 5 to 7 tenths off. So now Tringali is right back at it, right on the bumper of Logan. That pushes him through the bus stop a little harder than he would have liked to have gone. But now it looks like the battle's on for 4th. If you can get by Sky Commons, you might have a chance to track down the top 3. Meanwhile, a huge gap back from Rich to Brommer to Lightning. And there's the move by Zorland. It's a similar move we've seen used. We saw Baranauskas use this move to win Heat 2. And Zorland's just got so much more grip through the corners than Commons. As it looks like there was a wreck on the front stretch. And I believe that's Frodemar Otts on pit road. So an incident has occurred that we were unaware of. As now Devers challenging Jones for 6th. We'll see what this battle commences, or what goes on here. So Otts has fallen down to 40th. He's on pit road. Looks like Tremblay and Daniel Voiles were possibly also involved. Maybe Benny Watson from the looks of things. Other than that, not much separation to the field. As Jones gets back by Zorland, as Zorland could not make his pass on Commons. So an incident there. There's Tremblay. There's Voiles smoking away. Yeah, big crash on the front stretch that we'll have to look at after the event has concluded. But it just goes to show you that mistakes can occur, and we could see something like this for the lead if the circumstances present themselves. Baranauskas continues to lead just fast enough to hold off Logan and Tringali as they continue to peel away from 4th on back. Pit stop strategy could be huge. We'll hit 7 to go next time by. And you gotta wonder, do you take left sides or right sides only with your fuel, or do you just take fuel only? That's the strategy a lot of people are considering at this point, since they've made it halfway. So Voiles and Tremblay have both retired. That means Otts will likely do the same. This is going to help King a little bit. It's going to give him another 3 points on the day. But looks like Watson is in big trouble. He might just fall down to last in the points, depending where, or not last, 30th in the points, depending what happens to Turner. As Zorland's trying to get back by Bobo Jones. As there's a battle up ahead for 2nd. Tringali looking to the left side of Logan. And this is let Baranauskas pull away. Logan trying to hold off Tringali, but can he do it? They're still side by side as they go up the S's. Baranauskas loving this. She's pulling away. Into the bus stop they go. Logan with the advantage. They come out, and Logan will hold on to 2nd place. And now the time they've lost, they will have to try and track down the 21. Look at how much time they gave up going side by side. We'll be coming to 6 to go. Still no signs of pit stops. Baranauskas likes that distance. That will help her out if her team screws up on pit road. She gained a full 2nd that lap, 111.9 to a 112.5. So fall off has reached the 2.5, so it kind of makes you think, would you take tires depending how many laps are left? Because if you take 2, you'll be gaining about a second, I would think, a lap, maybe less, compared to someone on old tires just driving around the track really slow with no grip. So Logan and Tringali are trying to catch. You see Logan pulls back away from Tringali now that he's got the gap to him and Baranauskas. Logan with the fastest time of the race. He and Sorlin with the fastest cars, on appearance anyway. A lot of people have stalled from the tire wear, and here we go, pit stops. Baranauskas, Logan, and Tringali will all come to pit road here, coming to 5 to go. Is anyone staying out? So far it looks like, oh, someone stayed out. Who was that? Oh, that's just the lap car of Jackson King. So everyone comes down on pit road here. Left sides are up for the whole top 3. So everyone's taking left sides. Baranauskas is away. There goes Logan and Tringali right behind her. So now we'll see, is Baranauskas still the best car? Or will she once again be tracked down like at Burlington? Logan is right there. There's a decent gap between them all. So now the gaps have really creased out. There's Benny Watson. You can see he had to pit for his damage. He's going to gain a ton of time here. Yeah, look at how much time the 36 has gained. My goodness. He had to pit from that accident, but it looks like his car is mostly fine. We'll see how much pit stops have shuffled up the middle of the field. Dale Lightning has gained a few spots. So what happens now? We'll hit 4 to go. Will Baranauskas lose yet again? Or does she hold off Logan en route to her second win of the season? Here we go at the start-finish line. 4 laps remaining. How far back is the 9 car? 1.28 seconds. Jackson King making his final stop of the day. Tringali 3rd, Commons 4th. Jones is 5th, Sorlin, Rich, Brommer, Sekuli, and Lightning. That's the new top 10. Devers down to 11th, Braxton 12th. Nanako up to 13th. Young's all the way up to 20th now. Quinton Moore 19th. Bishop down to 21st. Seth Cole up to 22nd. Hudson down to 23rd. Watson shot all the way up to 24th. We'll see if he holds that top 30. Mendez 26th. Nareza 27th. Turner's 29th. Marty Johnson down to 32nd. Adam Flickinger 34th. Voiles, Tremblay, and Otts all out of the race from their incident. And once again, we will look at that once this race has concluded. So let's see, is Logan gaining any time on Baranauskas? He looks like he's closer to the 21. But is he gaining enough time? 3 to go at Watkins Glen. Oh man, he gained 4/10 that time. Is this Burlington version 2.0? Look at the lap times, a 111.2 to a 111.5. Let's see what the draft gives Matthew Logan. With the drag package, draft really comes in. What are their speeds down the stretch? 165, 168 for the 9. That's time being gained. Let's go to the rear bumper cam of Baranauskas for these final few laps. Will she lose another race to a faster race car And the big move seems to be in turn 6. Could you imagine if that happens on the white flag lap to Baranauskas this time? Man, Logan's really fast in these last 2 corners. 2 laps to go at Watkins Glen. What's the lead down to now? Oh, he did not gain that much time that lap, only about a half a tenth. Baranauskas might hold him off just yet. Logan trying his best to close in on the 21. But Baranauskas not to be denied. She wants her 2nd win of the season. She won her first race back at Trenton. Logan hasn't won since he went back-to-back at Richmond and Nazareth. Heck, Junior Motorsports hasn't won since Lightning's race at Pocono. I know, never mind, Papyrus Andrew Rich won, I forgot about that. But Logan has not won. Makes you wonder if those 2 wins were just lucky breaks for the 9. He gains another 10th as we hit the white flag lap. Is there anything Matthew Logan can do? It looks like he's going to take that points lead nevertheless. As Dylan Young sits in 19th place, Britch in 7th. So Logan will take the points lead once again. Deaver has climbed back into the top 10. As Martin Wild has come back to pit road. Oh, Sakuli as well. So some drivers under-fueled, it seems, coming through the last few corners. It looks like Logan will not quite get there unless something's wrong with the 21. Into turn 6. Baranauskas lost to Dylan Young at Burlington. But here today at Watkins Glen, she'll get her 2nd victory of the season. Audra Baranauskas wins at Watkins Glen. Leading every lap en route to this victory. Logan 2nd, Tringali 3rd, Commons 4th, Jones 5th, Sorlin, Rich, Brommer, Lightning, and Deaver. The top 10, Deaver getting his 2nd top 10 on the season. What a race here today. So this will give Baranauskas another 5 bonus points for the playoffs. We're waiting for results to be official. Baranauskas came in 6th in the points, I believe. Not sure if she'll pass Braxton or Bright. I think she will. I think Baranauskas will move up to 4th in points from this victory. Let's see. Braxton finished 11th and Bright finished 14th. So I think that is the case. That is all I've got here for you guys from Watkins Glen. Oh, and before I forget, we'll take a look at that incident between the 2445 and 28. So let's go take a look at that, and then I will bid you guys adieu. So here we are. We're coming to lap 9. Otz just gets really tight off at 7, and when he comes back into the lane, Fernandez is there, and she just won't lift off his quarter panel, and that turns him into the wall hard right there. And then Brian Tremblay just has nowhere to go. Oh, he tried to turn right at the last second. Couldn't do it too much. Hard lick there. More licks there from Daniel Voiles. Right at the back of the field, too. This was a wreck for basically 33rd. So Benny Watson had no part in this wreck. He just pit early for strategy purposes, unless he had something break. But that's what happened there. If we had caution flags, that would have changed a lot. But that's what happened, and with that, I will see you guys for Island Rally.